Guys, I'm not gonna lie, there's actually been some really cool Funko Pops that have come out lately.
You serious?
So in this video, I want to take you on my week-long journey searching for various Funko Pops that I want. I'm talking some various exclusives, some chases, and potentially some other cool things we find out in the wild. So without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go.
Here we go!
So I made my way over to Target and I'm actually noticing a couple of new things. Like, I want to say some of these Hostess Pops are brand new. You have the Ho-Hos right there, which honestly it looks a little questionable if you ask me. We have the MTV Moon person that's got some like foliage and stuff around it. And also, I haven't seen this in person, the Hatching Raptor from Jurassic Park. That's actually a pretty cool pop. I might need to pick that one up today. It looks like they have a restock of like a bunch of Biddy Pops. I don't know if Target's ever gotten these in, at least in my store. I've seen some other ones, just not the Disney ones, but those are pretty sweet as well. And if you guys are curious, those are the mystery ones that are inside of there. It looks like they do have some of their other SDCC exclusives in here, like the #1 from Stranger Things, Captain Marvel, and also Ariel. It also looks like they have some of the new Blue Beetle Pops in here. If there was a chase, it's probably gone by now from what I can tell. Ooh, they have the Target exclusive one too. That's awesome. But a bunch of like deluxe size pops, like the Spider-Man No Way Home deluxe set. Looks like some Nightmare Before Christmas ones, even some Yellowstone. Like, there's a lot of new stuff that's kind of all combined in here, guys. But I think for me, I think I'm just going to pick this one up today. I'm going to look around and see if I can find anything else, but I think this is a pretty good score. So I'm done at Target, guys. I am here at the Layton Hills Mall, hopefully able to find some new stuff. I'm looking for Ted Lasso, so maybe Hot Topic has it. We're also going to go to Entertain Mart, see what stuff they have. But today I'm hoping we can find some good stuff. First stop here in the mall, guys, is going to be Entertain Mart.
Right at the front of the store, guys, this is where they usually get most of their new stuff, and I'm not really seeing anything right off the bat that I want to pick up. There are a couple of new things mixed in here and there that I guess we can show off, like the Scarlet Witch that is exclusive to Hot Topic, one that you don't see every day because they haven't restocked it in a while, but $12.99 wouldn't be a bad deal if you're looking for that pop. We also have the Raspberry Sour Patch Kid, or Red Berry, excuse me, for $20 right there over at their other Funko Pop section, kind of seeing what other stuff they have. Gossamer's a pretty solid old pop that you don't see every day. And there's also Bill Nye. I honestly forgot that this pop even existed. I watched Bill Nye a lot as a kid in school growing up, so it's kind of cool to see that in person. We also have Sam I Am from Dr. Seuss, another older pop that's a little uncommon, so I figured I'd show it off to you guys. And then we also had a Cat in the Hat down here. Speaking of Dr. Seuss, another really awesome one, a classic, you know, thing from my childhood, but it's not a pop that we're picking up today, but still worth showing off over at Hot Topic, kind of showing off some of their new stuff that they have mixed in here and there. Honestly, stuff is all over the place, so it's kind of hard to see what they have, but kind of looking around to see if they maybe had gotten Ted Lasso at one point, and I actually kind of see it back there behind a couple of pops, and it looks like they did, and they just have the common one pop fill right down there, so we're gonna have to pick that one up. But yeah, they only had that common Ted Lasso. It looks like everything's about to fall. But over another thing that I noticed, guys, is this Itchy and Scratchy 2-pack, which I'm still surprised that they actually had at Hot Topic. But over at Box Lunch, they had a couple of other new things as well, guys. Hugo Simpson, a pretty solid pop. They had that Box Lunch exclusive Snoopy and Snail Lisa, which I've already bought these ones and I've already showed them off on the channel, but figured I'd show them off in this video. New pops from Werewolf by Midnight, the Marvel series that's on Disney Plus. Those are pretty sweet, but other than that, there wasn't really much over in that section. Over on the counter, guys, they did have a couple of new pops, like some Barbie stuff, Nightmare Before Christmas, a little bit of High School Musical, and I'm actually picking up a Barbie pop for my wife.
Well, folks, that ended up being a pretty quick trip to the mall. I ended up getting something, and it wasn't even for myself. It was for my wife, but at Box Lunch, I was able to get $10 off of this pop, so it was $3. So, I mean, I'll take it, but anyways, guys, let's head on over to the next store. Next stop, we're going to head into GameStop. I'm hoping to find Ted Lasso, the Chase. That'd be great. I did put a pre-order in at GameStop, so I don't know. I think it should probably be showing up in a couple of days, but hey, we're here early before I do get my pre-order just to see maybe if there's anything else we can snag.
Okay, over at GameStop, guys, they did actually have a couple of Ted Lasso pops, and I'll be showing those off here in a second. They got in Rebecca, and they also got in Roy Kent. So I think that's probably a good sign that they have my Ted Lasso pre-order in, but But a couple other pops that I came across, guys, was Whitebeard. I know that this has a chase, and a lot of people have been looking for that one, but it looks like they just had the one. Looking at some of the other pops, like the Blue Beetle stuff, they had the GameStop exclusive, but not the chase. And a bunch of other restocks that I noticed of San Diego Comic-Con, like Short Round, and this new pop I've never even seen before from Tree Gun, and also this Transformers 2-pack. I'm surprised that they still had it, guys, but they did say that they got my pre-order in, so fingers crossed that we can get the chase for my Ted Lasso pre-order, because I really want that chase.
Well, shoot, that was definitely a bummer. I pre-ordered two and both ended up being common, so I used my other pre-order, I guess, to move towards something else. But hey, I didn't have the Ted Lasso common, so that's great, but we're still on the hunt for the chase. I might head to another GameStop and maybe test my luck, because if they got this one in, then I'm sure another store location would probably have it. So anyways, guys, we'll probably head to a couple other stores and maybe GameStop. Hopefully we can get lucky with this chase. Well, I guess you could consider me desperate. I'm here at GameStop number 2 looking for Ted Lasso. Hopefully you can find that chase. That would be great, but let's head on in. Let's see what they got.
GameStop number 2, guys, and I don't know if you guys can see what I can see right up front. There is a Ted Lasso pop, but it is unfortunately just the common. So I guess we'll have to ask and see if maybe they got some other ones in that they haven't put out yet, but kind of a bummer that they just have the common there, guys. Another Whitebeard pop from One Piece, and it looks like it's just the regular one and not the chase. Looking at the Blue Beetle pops as well to see if they have a chase, but they have some of their GameStop exclusives. Kind of looking around if they have some of the normal ones behind. There's another exclusive and another exclusive, so no chase on Blue Beetle. And they also had a restock of this random pop, which I thought was kind of interesting. Melina from Mortal Kombat. That's a little bit of an older one, and it's kind of weird that they restocked it, but this one I haven't seen in person either. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ghost Rider. Definitely a pretty solid pop, but that was pretty much it over at GameStop.
Well, shoot, that's a bummer, guys. They had one Ted Lasso right there, but no chase, so we're gonna have to keep on hunting, I suppose.
Later.
All right, folks, I believe this to be day 2 of my Funko Pop hunting adventures. I'm here at Target because I've seen that they've actually been getting in the Ted Lasso exclusive Jamie Tart pop, which I've been looking for all the Ted Lasso pops, so we're gonna head in store. Hopefully they have it on shelves, and it would be a great ad to get to the collection. Okay, at first look, guys, I am actually not seeing Jamie Tart. There's a couple places that we could check, but like I said, I'm not seeing it yet. But it looks like they have pretty much all the same stuff that we saw last time with some of the Comic-Con exclusives, some of the Disney stuff. But yeah, I'll keep looking around. But here's the second place that I usually look, guys. Looks like they have some Peter Pan pops. They have some of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pops with the Turtle Van, which is pretty sweet. But I'm not seeing any Jamie Tart from Ted Lasso, so maybe I'll have to ask a worker here real quick. Folks, I haven't found a worker yet, but I found this box, guys, and it says Ted Lasso Season 1, 6 pieces per case. I wonder if this is Jamie Tart, or maybe it's Ted? I don't know. I'll have to ask somebody to open it for me.
A few moments later.
Okay, folks, you won't believe it. He opened up the box, and it was the regular ones. And check it out, guys. We got the Chase. Heck yeah. We also got a Rebecca, which I need that one. But he's in the back right now grabbing Jamie Tart. So as far as Ted Lasso pops goes, guys, today was a successful day. Folks, I gotta say, that's probably the definition of never give up. I mean, a little luck was involved, to be honest, but after, you know, the pre-order at GameStop, going to all the different stores and not finding the chase, I thought I was gonna have to buy that one online somewhere. But luckily, we were able to find it in store and get a couple other things as well, so that was a great trip to Target. But now that we are done at Target, guys, we're gonna head into the mall. Entertain Mart actually has something that I think is in stock right now. It's an Entertainment Earth exclusive, La Muerte from Loteria. It's a glow-in-the-dark one, and usually they get in Entertainment Earth exclusives there, so I'm hoping they have it. And obviously we'll go to the other stores in the mall to see what other new stuff we can find.
Inside of Entertainment Mart looking for La Muerte, guys, and they unfortunately did not get it in. I've seen a couple of other stores getting it in, but unfortunately I didn't see it up at their front section where they would normally have some of those new Entertainment Earth exclusives. Although I did find this one that was interesting, a Brachiosaurus, I think that's how you say it. Another Entertainment Earth exclusive, not one that we're looking for, but a pretty cool pop, guys. Over at Go Games, they do sometimes get Entertainment Earth exclusives, so I was hoping that they had La Muerte there, but they had some of the new Gremlins ones. So you have Gizmo, and also I believe this is Stripe, the blacklight ones. So those are definitely some really cool pops, but definitely not the one that we're looking for. Another Entertainment Earth exclusive with Stitch with the plunger. Definitely a cute pop, but not one that I'm looking for today. They have that Luke Skywalker that's over there, a couple of the new Hostess pops, which I find kind of interesting. And they also had this exclusive Mothra. So they did have some exclusives, just not the one that I was hoping to find there. And then over at Box Lunch, they had a couple of new pops as well, guys. Some of the High School Musical pops. We have Troy, which honestly, that brings back so many memories, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I did watch High School Musical back in the day when I was a kid. I think it came out when I was in 6th grade, which is kind of crazy to think. This is an exclusive I had no idea was even releasing, but I figured I'd show this pop off to you guys. Another High School Musical pop with Gabriella, which is kind of a fun one, guys. Crazy that they even made High School Musical pops. And I did find La Muerte, but unfortunately it's not the exclusive. So we're gonna pass on this one today, even though it's a really solid pop. Hopefully we can find the other one soon.
Well, Box Lunch has some new pops. I went into Hot Topic as well, and they really didn't have anything, so I didn't film anything, but let's head on to our next stop. I believe this to be the last stop of the video, guys, but we're going to go into Entertainment. I'm hoping that they have that exclusive La Muerte that the other store didn't, but let's check it out and see what other stuff they have.
And inside of Entertainment, guys, they actually had a good selection of stuff. I don't come to this location very often, so it's fun to kind of see the stuff that you come across, like a Chalice Collectibles exclusive inside of Entertainment. Found that kind of interesting, guys, and then kind of looking around at some of the other pops. Looks like somebody kind of traded in some pretty dirty pops, so I figured I'd show that off to you. It's kind of gross to see some of the stuff that they actually get in and some of the stuff that actually makes it to shelves, but this is a pop I haven't seen in a while, guys. This is Mr. Garrison from South Park. Definitely a really odd pop, not one that I'm after, but this is in their more valuable case over here, guys. They have some of the Star Wars Rebels pops, which those are some pretty sought after pops right now with the new Ahsoka series that's coming out pretty soon, so I figured I'd show those off to you. I found this weird owl pop, which I thought was interesting. One that I even forgot that it even came out, guys. The FYE exclusive. They had a whole line of Rocky and Bullwinkle pops, and all of those were dirty as well. I wonder if it was from that same collection that we saw up front. But looking right here, guys, a bunch of other pops that somebody had sold in. There's a couple of interesting ones in here, guys, like this one from Steven Universe, Peridot, one that you don't see very often, guys, and definitely is a harder series that's a little bit harder to find. And then we also found this one right here, guys. We found Richie Tozier, I think that's how you say it, from It, for 15 bucks, which is a good deal. I think that's about a $50 pop if I'm not mistaken. And I also came across this pop, guys, and I determined it to be fake. This is Castiel from Supernatural, and if you kind of take a look at the box, guys, if you want to pause, this is definitely a fake one, but that was pretty much it at Entertainment. All right, folks, back at home, and I've actually got a decent amount of stuff to show you. So one of the first things that I want to show off to you guys was our first trip to Target, and they actually had a Comic-Con exclusive, and when I saw it in person, I thought it was pretty cool, so I ended up picking it up, and it is the Hatching Raptor from Jurassic Park. This is in celebration of the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park, which is crazy to think that Jurassic Park is that old. And if you even look at the movie nowadays, like the technology and like the CGI behind it still looks really great. But movie aside, we're here to focus on the pop, guys, and I thought that this was actually a pretty unique pop. I love the detail, you know, of the raptor coming out of the egg right there. He's kind of, I don't even know if that's like blood or something coming out, but I have to say that definitely looks really awesome. And in case you're wondering, guys, all that's on the back is just the little Jurassic Park 30th anniversary logo. Okay, pickup number 2, guys. I ended up getting this one for my wife. We ended up seeing this movie not too long ago. We really enjoyed it, and so she wanted the pop from the movie, and this right here is President Barbie. And you know, I'm honestly surprised that there's actually not more pops from this movie considering how successful it was. And I say was, it still is pretty successful. I think it's made like over $1 billion or something in the box office, which is insane. But definitely a really awesome pop. She actually has a couple of other Barbie pops that they've come out with in the past, but if you want to take a look at the other ones that they have a part of that line, there they are. And I believe that there is a 2-pack that like leaked online that's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive of Barbie and Ken in like their rollerblading outfits. But anyways, this is gonna go great in my wife's collection. And you guys saw some footage of me picking up my pre-order from GameStop, hoping to get a Ted Lasso chase, but we ended up getting the common from GameStop. But hey, this is still a pretty awesome one, guys. I didn't have the commons, so this is still a good add to the Ted Lasso collection. And so we'll set this one aside, guys, and I'll show you a couple of other pops that help complete the Ted Lasso collection. One of those pops being right here, guys. This is Rebecca Welton. Honestly, she has an awesome character on the show, guys, and it's cool to see throughout the whole series how she kind of transforms as a person and I guess a character in general. And if you've seen the show, guys, she's got her little box of biscuits right there, and that's something that Ted brings to her every morning into her office. It's a pretty funny part of the show.
You know what? I'll start bringing these to you every morning. Called Biscuits with the Boss.
That really isn't necessary.
But this was one of the last common pops that I needed in the line, so we'll check this one off. One of the exclusives that I picked up also from Target, guys, was Jamie Tart. And he's probably one of the most loudmouth characters in the entire show. He's quite the personality. But I love how he's holding a little army man. If you can kind of see that in there, it looks awesome. And it makes me wonder if we're gonna get any other players in the show. I'd love to see like a Danny Rojas pop. That would be awesome. But overall, I'm excited to add, Jamie Tart to the collection, and let me show you my favorite piece from today. That would be the Ted Lasso chase. And honestly, I'd kind of given up hope on this pop in general when it didn't come in my pre-order and the other GameStop that we checked out. I just had a feeling that all the other stores, like I'd seen them at Hot Topic, I hadn't seen it at Box Lunch. I just figured, me finding it in the wild was kind of over. My chances were pretty minimal. But I guess my Target hadn't put it out yet, and we found that box where you had them open it up because I thought it was the Jamie Tart, and lo and behold, the chase and a couple of the other commons were in that box. I gotta say, this chase is freaking awesome, guys. I love that he's sporting, his orange sunglasses, and he's also got that FC Richmond visor that he's wearing, which is pretty sweet. And if you want to take a look at both of the pops side by side just to compare, I think this chase is pretty awesome. But anyways, folks, that is gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you actually come across a chase in the wild? And if so, what were you able to find? But be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.